probably didn't think it was going to be as big as it is now. So right now it's really taken off here in Australia as well. Like the numbers that we are hitting here in Australia. There's a reason why the UFC love bringing the events here, and that's why they're getting a lot of us on a lot of cards as well. So a lot of potential for even more growth. Growing up, when I first got into MMA and when I started liking it and started watching it, I just loved it. But I mean, I wouldn't really talk about it. Not many people knew about it, so not many people could say much about it. It wasn't until I started training a little bit more and explaining to people what we're doing, then they would be like, you'd hear them be like, "Ooh, that's a bit brutal." But obviously, I've been able to just see it, like how it is, how much the sport's grown, and a lot of people are obviously more and more giving it a chance. Obviously, there's still going to be people that are going to think, it's obviously a combat sport. Some people are going to always be a bit funny with that, but it's definitely moved from when I first started, that's for sure. Yeah, so I was able to watch a fair bit of it, but you still had guys that first in there, but that were doing great, but starting to get champions, like Robert Whittaker, then myself, or Israel, and this side of the world really played a big part of really getting the sport to another level. I believe it definitely is, and very proud to be sort of a part of that. Not only a part of the growth of the sport, but myself, a lot of the fighters, there's a lot of UFC fighters that, again, you got that stigma about it being, a group, the trash talking and all that, but I think people are starting to grow and realise that, these are very respectful, disciplined, hardworking human beings, the majority of them. And, that's the messages that I usually try and push, and you're seeing a lot more people start to really understand that. And obviously getting a lot more mainstream now, and which is pretty good. It took a while, but I think we're just there, starting to get it. We're starting to get the morning shows and things like you're starting to slowly see a lot more people grow to it. That's for sure. Oh man, well, the first day I ever stepped in the gym was I walked through that door just right there. So it's pretty incredible to be with the same coach, and it was working things out together as well. So, being able to go and travel and get, again, like the sport wasn't massive, so we don't know everything. But to have someone like Joe comfortable to come with me to Thailand, New Zealand, when we sort of built that knowledge together, like no one knows my style better than Joe. So we sort of bring things in, this works and no it doesn't. And if I do a spin kick and Joe will tell me, "What are you doing? Don't you ever throw that again." "All right, we ain't throwing that again." So, he'll pull me up when need be, but we end up finding the perfect formula, for my style, and, we've been able to do that together. It's pretty good. And then our relationships, obviously, are a great relationship. We like to, we've got the banter. Obviously, a lot of respect for each other. So we always, depends, if you don't know us, you probably say, they always argue because we always just banter, we're going at it, but we're always having a good laugh. I think that's just our whole crew, usually, but it's good. It's how it's meant to be. As I said, look, man, to me, I don't really care about it. I know the people support me. The backing I have of everyone here in the Illawarra is pretty incredible, really. So, that's all that matters to me. At the end of the day, I'm accepted by everyone here. There might be, I'm just not touching on it. I don't really care too much. As I told you, it's getting mainstream now. Everyone's really starting to take a liking to the sport and a better understanding of it, and understanding that these are, very high level athletes that should be respected in that way. And, there's still going to be some people that disagree, and obviously there's one of them. But again, for me, the people of the Illawarra, got nothing but love for me, so that's all that matters to me.
So you started doing your MMA.
That's what I always ask, because the keys to the city is, what do I get, free parking or something? I mean, what is that? I think it is, a bit of a, obviously it's an honour, but I mean, I got that honour from the people here. That's all that matters. They're the messages I keep telling people. If you hear me out after a lot of my fights, I try and let everyone know I'm just a regular bloke, like I am from a small town. There's going to be people from this gym, they get to see it firsthand. They're literally looking at me. But I don't care if it's down the street. I don't care if it's, inland, out west or whatever it is. You can do it from a small town, with the right mentality, right mindset, and, that commitment, anything is possible. And I think that's unreal for people to see. So it's cool for me to be like, yeah, I didn't, even though I have been traveling a bit here and there, I've always stayed loyal to this place. Like we always do our camps here now. Like we'll bring people here because we just got the perfect formula for our camp and what works for me and our team. So we don't want to change too much. But that just shows you, like I can go to the biggest gyms in the world. Like I can, I thought at some stages in my career, I thought I needed to. Like you're getting told, oh, you need this, you need to do that. So here and now I do that and I'm like, nah, we got it good where we are. Like don't get me wrong, like you get that as much knowledge as you can, but yeah, there's being home, right? Being home, living around the corner, having a family here, having your training partners that help you day in, day out, that are committed. We're all committed to the team from day one. You know what I mean? It definitely helps. It's definitely perfect for me because the camps that we put in, we always the boys put their body on the line, and even me being the world champion, pound for pound, #1, whatever it is, I'm going to do the same for them when it's their time in camp because that's that sort of environment we have here.